You know what sound that is, folks. You betcha it's another Noon Whistle. I'm Chris Trottier.
And I'm John Anzalone, and we're here with RNL Spring and Medicoil. Welcome, team.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Yeah, why don't we start out with you guys going kind of around the table there and introducing yourselves.
Okay, sure. My name is Sheila Baumann. I'm in Human Resources with RNL Spring and Medicoil.
Good afternoon. I'm Julie Arenz. I'm president of Medicoil and RNL Spring.
Hi, I'm Doug Wilkin. I'm the vice president of operations. I retired after 30 years at a Fortune 100 company, and this is my second career.
Good for you.
Hi, I'm Amanda Frazier. I'm an HR generalist for both RNL Spring and Medicoil.
Hey, John, what a great group here. And I do, you know what, sometimes we'll have to come back and define what retirement means, because I think we've had plenty of people on here who have come back to a second career. But I just want to announce that Medicoil RNL Springs is a great part of the Elk Corner School District. They're always very active, willing to listen, try new things, a great place to work. And we couldn't be more excited to celebrate them as our first employer. Well, technically second, but kind of our first real partner for October's Manufacturing Month. So thank you.
All right.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
You got some stuff on the table there. Tell us a little bit about what RNL Spring and Medicoil do, and what do we got on the table there?
Yeah, sure, I can chime in. Just trying to showcase some of our larger products that we make. These are kind of an assortment of different types of springs. So really in the most simple terms, RNL Spring and Medicoil, we work with wire and we form it into springs in different wire forms. Medicoil is for the medical industry. In RNL Spring, we service many different industries, but primarily automotive, power sports, which are some of the suspension springs you see here, and medical device as well. So a wide variety of products that we offer.
And you're a family company.
Yes. Very honored and thankful for the opportunity as a third generation business owner now. Stepped into that role back in the spring here from my father, Scott Forsyth, and his father, my grandfather, Royden Forsyth, started the business in 1972.
Nice. Well, congratulations. That's a lot of fun. So
Thank you.
let's talk from let's hear from the retired guy that wasn't retired very long and started a second career.
Yeah.
What brought you to RNL?
Well, I was looking for a different environment. After 30 years in a large organization, I felt like more of my time was spent working on PowerPoints and doing some non-value added activity. So I wanted to start over and be part of a smaller organization where I felt I could contribute with my 30 years of experience. And this has really been a great thing for me. It's been 3 years and I've loved it.
Wow. And what a great thing for them to bring all that experience on board. That's pretty special.
So let's go to the HR people. We got an HR generalist. We got the HR exec. So what are some talk in the manufacturing world? Let's kind of share. I mean, as a school district, we're always promoting the manufacturing field. We know it's one of the bigger industries in Walworth County, and we know there's money to be made, and all the school districts are trying to feed that pipeline. What are some of the, exciting moments from the hiring side? What are some of the challenges in this current state of manufacturing? What are you seeing in applicants? Just talk through a little bit about your work.
Mm-hmm. Well, I would say, one of the biggest challenges we always see is we are still looking to attract talent to come into manufacturing as a field. And I think why we enjoy working with you, Chris, and a lot of the schools is that we're trying to just have visibility with the students to let them know that this is a career path that they can go into. They could go to college or they could work in a manufacturing company. And so we appreciate the partnership we have with you to allow students to come in and tour, to do some of those youth apprenticeship programs and the upcoming Craftsman with Character program, so that we can continue to show them what a great career you could have in a local manufacturing company.
Amanda, what about you? What are you seeing? You're the generalist, kind of out there recruiting. Talk a little bit about your lens.
Yeah, so I've only been here for a little over 2 years, but a huge reason why I decided to come over to the businesses is I went to high school in Lake Geneva, lived in Lake Geneva, had never heard of either Arnell Spring or Medicoil.
Really?
And that was during a time when in high school, it's like they're pushing you to go to college. So no faults to the businesses, but it was mostly, the high school kind of shielding you and, what university are you going to? That's pretty much the only questions they would ask. And no fault to them. That was just kind of the trend back then. So my huge thing is wanting to get into high schools, and not just high schools, but just organizations in the community, and share who we are and what we do. And manufacturing is a great career. It's what keeps Wisconsin moving. So my big thing is getting out there.
That's great. Well, after the noon whistle, like you might have a waiting list. So, I mean, so Julie, as family business, you're stepping in, what about the last 6 months as CEO? Is that correct?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So knowing that generation, it's been in the family, the company's been in the family for generations, third generation. What is like the value system that your family has instilled into manufacturing and this company? What are you most proud of?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's just been an amazing history, and we're so thankful for the successes that we've had. But really what it comes down to is we wouldn't be successful without our employee base. That's what makes our company, is the talent and the people that we draw in. And we can't make these products without them. We can't have the skill set that we have without them. So really, what my grandfather and my father have instilled in me and in the business is making sure that we're giving back to our employees and treating them well, and all the different things that we offer here. That's really important to me and something to continue forward. So I think that's probably at the top. But one of the things that my father also was, very successful at is investing back in the business, especially with the technology that we have in spring making, and just putting everything that he earned back into the business to continue to see it grow and prosper, and make sure we have the best technology that we can in the industry. So it's really important that we're able to continue to do that as we continue to grow.
How many
awesome.
employees do you have?
About 250 employees, 150 on the Medicoil side and 100 at R&L. So it's a pretty big employee base for this area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very good. Very good.
So I'm going to ask your employees, what do you love about working at R&L Springs and Medicoil? Like, what if you were to give a 30-second elevator speech to why somebody would want to come and work at R&L Spring and Medicoil? What would be your reasoning?
Personally, I have a similar story to Doug, where I came from large, Fortune 500 companies, and similarly felt like I was doing non-value added work. You're sitting in board meetings, you're sitting with executives, you're doing PowerPoints, and there's something about working for, your family, the Forsyth family, where you feel like you're part of a small family organization. You see the impact that you have on the employees. And, you can just walk out on the floor and help somebody and make a change and see the impact of how that changes other people's lives here. It feels so much more meaningful to work for a small company. It's very authentic, and it's very rewarding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would just add, the appreciation of the work-life balance. From my background, it's you really don't have a choice on overtime. And just to give you one example, we don't mandate overtime, and that's a pretty hard thing to commit to, because there's a lot of business challenges that occur, and I think the leadership here really appreciates the people and the fact that they have lives outside of here. So I think the work-life balance has been very refreshing for me.
Amanda, what about, let's just, you've been out of high school probably shorter than most of us, at least John and I. John, I mean, you really look good for your age. I wanted to say that.
Yeah,
people don't realize it. I'll stop. Anyways, so what would, if you were to advise some young people, you kind of talked about your journey, like it was college in the environment that you were at Lake Geneva, like, what would be your 30-second elevator speech to somebody, a young person, on why they should, consider the manufacturing industry, or more importantly, R&L Springs and Medicoil?
Yeah, more importantly, us for sure. You're working with and for people that care. There's so much uncertainty going on in the world, and big businesses, small businesses are making, drastic changes, and you just know that here they're practicing what they preach. They truly care about their employees, and they're going to do what's best for the employees. And I think especially now the younger generation, they care more. They want to get out into the community, and we support some non-for-profits, and we have the work-life balance and the flexibility where, we're kind of changing and being more flexible to appeal to, the younger incoming generations. But the family that you're working for here cares. You're not just a number.
So let me give you a scenario. 2 employees come in, both interview. One has more experience in the field than another, but the other seems to have really good value system and character. What do you think?
Personally, I would say values and character.
Okay.
If they have a mechanical aptitude, then we can pretty much train them and mold them to whatever skill set we need. But I think we do a lot of value and personality hires. Probably more so at Medicoil, just because the skill set's a little bit different there, but it still works out over here too. But I think character and value go a lot further. Experience is always important, but we're trying to mold and grow somebody at the other end.
Mm-hmm.
Sheila, do you guys have a youth apprentice right now? I think you do, don't you?
We do. We do have a youth apprentice, and he's doing a great job.
Is it from Elkhorn High School?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
And so what's nice about that is it gives the student an opportunity to rotate in different departments to see every little part of the plant, from our grind area to our coiling operations, shipping, receiving. They see a little bit of everything, and it gives them a chance to experience what a manufacturing career would look like while learning and going to school. So
Kind of a springboard into the career.
Oh, I like that.
Yes.
Exactly.
Those are called dad jokes for all the listeners.
We might use some of that in our recruiting, if you don't mind. We'll steal that.
That's fine.
all we care about is if that's on a marketing page. John's, we want some royalties at the Noon Whistle. So that's all. And if that just means donuts once a month, we take that too.
Donuts, that's a deal.
Oh.
No, that's great. Well, that's awesome. No, we really appreciate you guys coming on, and congratulations, Julie, on being moving into this position and taking over the family business and keeping it going strong. I think this is kind of like we were talking a little bit before the show started. We love telling stories because people don't realize, John and I are both in very unique positions as district employers. Not every school has a community engagement coordinator or a director of strategic partnerships. And so when you talk about value added, which was brought up twice today, like this is one of those value added opportunities where we can develop relationships, we can develop partnerships, we can tell people's story, we can give kids opportunities that maybe never would even thought it was an opportunity. And it can only happen, as Julie talked about, with great people like yourself. So we really appreciate you guys coming on.
No, we appreciate you inviting us, and we enjoyed the opportunity to work with you. So thanks for everything you're doing for the community.
Yeah, you bet. John, what do you think? How do you want to close today? I mean, we got to come up with something pretty creative with this group. I mean, one worked for a Fortune 100 company. The other one worked for a Fortune 500 company. We got to be pretty witty here. What do you got?
Well, that was about the time I got nervous when I started this Fortune 500 stuff. I'm like, whoa.
Pressure's on.
It is.
I thought we could finish with dad jokes, but then I thought better yet, we should probably finish with what does everybody like to do in the fall?
Oh, I like that. I like not in the spring. Way to tee it up. All right, let's go around the room. What do you like to do in the fall? Let's hear it, Sheila.
Honestly, I love the pumpkin farms. We're out, Walworth County has a pumpkin farm, so it's nice to get out, pick a pumpkin, have some hot cider, and just enjoy the fall weather.
All right, keep going clockwise. Here we go.
Yeah, I mean, nothing special here. Of course, everyone loves the pumpkins, but I just love the weather in the fall and being outside. I have 2 little boys, so we're always running around outside, and it's just such a beautiful time to be active outside doing, all sorts of types of things. So
definitely Packer football.
Yeah, football.
Nice.
Yeah,
Just for all, go ahead,
Nope.
Amanda.
I was just gonna say I love all things fall. My birthday's in the fall. It's right near Halloween, so always had Halloween birthday parties growing up. But yeah, this weekend we're going apple picking and gonna do some baking with those. So I just love fall. It's the best season ever.
I thought you were
For
going
all-
to say
Yeah.
Yeah.
John, what about you? What do you like in the fall?
Well, I'm going to use my airtime wisely for this one. And I love being outside, but what I love even more is it's my wife's birthday and our anniversary in October. So what's not to love about that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Man, you are a wise person. I'll give you that credit. Yeah, for me, I'm going to say what I just did this fall. I'm going to recognize Elkhorn alum, my daughter. So I get to drive up to UW Eau Claire. And if you haven't been, it's beautiful. The leaves were turning. Every place in the planet has construction. So, but I did enjoy watching her play softball and pitch twice. And so it was a great opportunity to see her, adulting and loving the college life. So I really enjoyed that. Well, Julie and everybody at the Medicoil and Arnell Springs team, we thank you for being a part of this. We're so appreciative of you pulling over. We really do know you guys are busy, and this was one of our better noon whistles. So thank you, and we love the team concept, and I'm sure we'll be in contact about YAs and craftsmanship character and other opportunities. So, John, anything else before we go?
Just thank you. Appreciate your time.
And
Great
I do want to.
message.
Yeah, thank you so much. And before we go and we hit that horn, because we got to get back from our lunch, I do want to do a quick announcement to congratulations to one of our tech ed teachers, Mr. Austin Thorson, who just received how much from Harbor Freight, John?
$50,000 from Harbor Freight Tools for Schools and a toolbox for the auto shop.
And it happened to be purple, so that I like that.
Yeah.
So congratulations to Austin. He was one of 25?
25. Yeah.
Yep, and 900 applicants. So well-deserving to a great teacher who spends a lot of time and impacts kids. So on that note, everybody wave. Thank you so much for being on the Noon Whistle. Let's see if we can find that whistle. About that time.
Take care.
John, it's not working. There it goes.
There we go.
All right.